Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Lark here, and today I'm going to go through over CT holds on the A and B side of Train. So basically what we're going to do is we're actually going to start off on A side first. CT on Train, it's alright as a map for playing CT on, as long as you know how to play with each other and crossfires and stuff like that. If you're a new team coming into playing CSGO, well, new team that haven't really got any strats, you've only been playing with each other for a few weeks and you don't really know how to play properly with each other, I'd highly recommend that you don't play training or anything like that, because you will get absolutely fucked over on the CC side. T side you can sort of maybe rely a bit more on just aim and stuff like that, but Train is a map that you need a very good amount of teamwork on, and stuff like that, because it's one of them maps that you can have people pushing from multiple angles, and if you don't have the coordination calls and stuff like that, you're not going to be able to defend the site properly to do anything. So going off the early part of the video where I've talked about positions on the map, what we'd normally do is for our team, or just anyone that in general, is that we'll have 3 guys playing towards A site. So in my case I'll be playing here with an AWP in my team. So basically what the default sort of setup on CT side we'll have a guy playing Ivy over here. Most of the time the guy will be watching this angle and not watching here, mainly because you'll have a guy playing here as well most of the time. And basically if you have 2 guys here, it can become a bit of a clusterfuck, and that means you get 2 guys killed instead of like 1 guy getting killed. Obviously you can trade frag with it, but it's a bit more risky and it's just a bit more like a clusterfuck. So say if you peek like that and someone gets there and you're stuck and it's like, oh shit, I'm facing an AWP, then you kind of fucked over. So basically what the Ivy guy wants to be doing on sort of like the start of the round, not straight away, because if you do throw like smokes, Molotovs on the start of the round, people are going to abuse that on the later rounds where you can't use Molotovs to Ivy. So what I'd suggest, if there isn't any presence towards Ivy, save your smoke, save your Molotov as well. Say if they haven't committed anything for a minute, or like it's coming down to sort of like 50-40 seconds, what you want to do if they haven't done any presence, just sort of just smoke Ivy. If they haven't committed anything towards A, and say we got any people aggro up towards A main or something like that, what you can then do is get maybe the AWP or someone who's playing around this sort of area to come over here and basically just boost a guy here to have a quick peek over. If you spot anyone, what you can do is if the other guy's actually saved his smoke, you can just re-smoke it or just Molotov deep just to make sure no one eventually pushes. But if you do end up getting pushed, probably the safest thing to do is maybe if you get a kill or 2, then just put the Molotov down to stop any further pushes. Maybe they might be playing like 2 Ivy or 3 Ivy, so that means you've locked 1 guy back out. So that's basically what sort of Ivy does. These couple of flashes say if you're stuck on this side, just use a little pop flash like that, it'll just pop flash into Ivy, and that'll get anyone that's sort of holding on this angle, it'll blind anyone there. There's sort of similar flashes. If you just bounce it off there, that's probably a little bit better than the other one, because it's sort of like the more middle of Ivy. Obviously, it doesn't get a guy on that side. And obviously, you got your little pop flashes and stuff. You just throw like that, blinding sort of people into Ivy for peaks. But what you don't really want to be doing is peeking Ivy or anything like that, because a lot of people or a lot of teams, or even MM, you have people that peek up here with an AWP, and you also have a guy either holding this side or that side. So if you're peeking like without a flash or dry peeking, you've got to contend with 2 people, and you might get the 1 kill, but you're going to get instantly traded out, and that's going to leave Ivy open. So that's like an Ivy player, just don't do anything like that, mainly because it's going to cause problems like within your team, well, not really within your team, like problems like defending Ivy stuff, because obviously if you have an AWP backed up here, he's going to probably get killed as well, because obviously he's not going to be able to fucking stop a push of 3, maybe, well, 2 or 3 people pushing Ivy. So the next person I'm coming to is actually the AWPer, or just a person that sort of plays this area. I mainly go over like an AWPer role. What we normally do as an AWPer role on Train is you're quite dynamic with where you play, obviously. So what you can do here is you can work around these two areas very easily, and you can also work on top of the trains very easily, peeking into A main and stuff like that. Sometimes you can spot people coming out Pop Dog, it depends. That's sort of what angle you're on. Obviously, you've got an angle towards Pop Dog, you've got an angle A main, you got angles between trains, etc. And it's sort of this area you can sort of control with the AWP. So you need a bit more freedom with an AWP on train if you play an A site with it. Obviously, you can go these areas, and even like if no one's pushing, you've got even heaven to go up to that no one's on the contend. It's just a bit of an off angle. The only thing that you do play heaven with an AWP, you mainly if you're sort of peeking that angle, you've just got to watch for anyone that pushes there. If say no one's holding this, yada yada yada. The only time I'd recommend playing heaven with an AWP is if you are say playing like just holding sort of that angle there, or if you're trying to just hold there, because you're gonna get fucked over otherwise. Not many people Molotov or check heaven. Or if someone's close up here, or maybe even E-box, you can actually call where people are, then it's a good idea to possibly play heaven with the AWP. But another good angle, obviously is train stop here. You can peek into A main, you watch a Pop Dog, but it does leave you open from a couple of angles here. A way to sort of stop that, maybe at the start of the round, anyone peeking you from there, is if you start from the round, and you're coming through T-spawn here, you just throw smoke like that. What that'll do is it'll block off Pop Dog angle there. And obviously you just got to worry mainly about A main there. Obviously that's going to be short, that smoke. But yeah, and there's also like angles on top of the train here where you can sort of play in and out of the trains, but it's a bit more risky. A good way of actually playing this here is if you, oh that didn't go right. If you do have an AWP, and they actually commit A, because a lot of your teams actually do smoke connector, like here. They do the train smokes. So is this one here? Is that one, and then there's that smoke there. Sometimes you do smoke this, so this doesn't work 100% of the time. But the only smoke connector, what you can do is actually peek over the top of this smoke where it lands. Normally it lands a bit more to the right. But it means that you can actually peek over the top of the smoke and maybe catch a guy on Pop Dog. And as soon as you say you get that one kill, what you want to do is just be doing that, flashing back. And what you can then do is reposition to maybe somewhere like this angle, as long as someone's got this covered. You can quickly wide peek that. If you don't have anything covered, then the best thing to do is probably just fall back and then play a retake with your team. So the third guy actually doing this, playing on A, normally you'll have like 3 guys playing A and have a guy playing connect to rotate as well. So what you do is having a guy like round about here that's going to be playing Pop Dog area. What he wants to be doing is, if it's a team prone to rushing, just throw this Molotov and simply just bounce off the train and stop any rushes A main. And also you can use the same angle for the flash, same angle to just throw this smoke into main. And basically what that'll do is just stop any rushes. And this means then you can get into Pop Dog. Obviously probably, you can either sort of play this angle, so you got to cover the door and the stairs. But it might be better if you play this angle as you drop down, because it's a bit of an off angle, or just play like a weird angle that's like an off angle for people to check, if you know what I mean. So Pop Dog's quite an easy way of thinking, and if you hear rushing up Pop Dog, you can throw like a maybe flash up to get up, as a pop flash up, and you're up, and you're on a flank if people are rushing B. And obviously, if you're silent and no one knows you're here, you might kill 2 or 3 guys that are actually trying to commit A after they got these smokes down. Because a lot of teams, they'll get out of A when the smokes are down. Sometimes they'll push straight into the site, and so you kill the planter, and then you can just fall straight back into Pop Dog, and you just play the nuisance card then, where you're just being a nuisance. So the next player is actually the connector player. Normally this would probably be your second AWPer. Or sometimes your primary AWPer can come in connector, and you can switch it up with a normal connector player, depending on the spawns. But you set sort of your connector player is actually like sort of the second AWPer. All he's going to be doing is just basically watching main for pushes and stuff like that. And obviously you got the guy boosted up here, etc. You could possibly boost the guy up here that's playing connector, and basically all you can do is just play connector rotate. One smoke that I can't remember exactly. I think it's just no, it's not that. I can't remember exactly how to do it anymore. It's Scoodle smoke anyway. I think it's that, and then you throw it. Yada yada yada. It comes and bounces in here. Everyone should know the Skadoodle smoke. You can use that to stop any pushes up a B. You know, just to stop any up a B. You can also, I'm pretty sure Hot Dog is still wall bangable with an AWP, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, obviously have to see. Yeah, I think it is a bit wall bangable. I'm not 100% sure myself. It might be only with an AWP that you can wall bang people with. But obviously, you've got that as well. And normally, if you're playing the connector rotate guy, what you can do is play up here. You can spot here, spot ramp when they're coming out. So keep jiggle peeking. Like the ramp position, and you can also spot heaven. So the player on B site, it's pretty much his choice where he wants to play. Usually I wouldn't recommend if you're playing solo on the site. If you have two guys on the site, what you normally do is have a guy playing here, maybe a guy playing under heaven, or playing sort of on the bomb site itself, watching the heaven. Watch you have a guy playing close up, because you can sort of support each other then. When, like, say if they get pushed with like a smoke or a flash, they can then fall back here, and then you can have sort of a double crossfire here, or vice versa. Heaven gets pushed, this guy can quickly swing and get a different angle on people whilst this guy's watching lower still. Some useful things on B to stop early round rushes is just basically just throw in simple smokes just like that. And basically what that'll do is it'll just land up here, stop any pushes. Another smoke you can also use if you do want to get a bit aggressive is literally just throw it there. And basically what this will do, it'll smoke off the top of ramp to stop any pushes. And what you can actually do is use this as a one-way smoke. So basically this one-way smoke will stop anyone pushing down. You can also use it to kill anyone that's pushed up a B. And that's pretty much it for sort of like CT holds. Obviously I explained a little bit more on the early part of the video. But also like another smoke you can do is just something like that. It's just simple as that, just to stop the push. Obviously you got the Molotov on the ramp, depends where they smoke, just Molotov it to stop them pushing. Same with heaven. Some useful flashbangs, if they're pushing the site, you just flash like that, you peek like that, because what that does is if you throw it from here, usually if you bounce it off there, it'll just bounce off the train, and that means that anyone that's coming here is going to get blind. Obviously when they're coming out, they're going to get hit by this flash if they don't spot it. And what it means when you do this is you can actually peek with this flash, because obviously it pops behind the train, so you're not going to get blinded. A couple of upper flashbangs is just literally just simple flashing like that. So if you have a teammate that's playing close up here and you want to go for maybe a bit of an info peek, what you can do is have a teammate literally just sort of just around this area, just run, oh, messed it up, and full blind himself. What you can do is you can actually have a teammate just around here, throw flashbang in, and basically what that'll do is just pop right on the edge here, or if it goes a little bit deeper, it means you can just get a little bit more of control, and maybe you can sit on this angle, but you better watch out for people actually Molotov in this area. A lot of teams do Molotov or smoke that area. Sometimes if you have like one have an AWP towards B, you just hold him sort of passive. Say you're playing like a solo B player. Just have him playing passive, you just play the retake B if you're playing solo. It's safer to do that, and say if you want just like a double push up on ramp, you just play this back flash. And basically what that'll do is anyone that's close up there should get blinded as long as they're looking at the flash. If you can get up here and you know there's maybe a guy there, you can just quickly do this strafe on here and be able to just flank the guy on Pop Dog, if you know what I mean. It's quite easy. It's basic, but you've got to play as a team, because if you don't that someone's come out of A main and you're all per se watching this angle and he gets pushed from hell, they're going to be pretty pissed off, so you need to make sure your comms are 100% on this map. But yeah, what I'll do in my next video is actually go over T side on train, what sort of stuff you can do, what kind of defaults you can run, stuff like that, because mainly on A site you want to be playing free, committed to it most of the time. If they don't commit a lot of people towards A site, you can maybe sort of lack with maybe just have one guy sort of playing passive, sort of Ivy. If you know they don't commit A and they like going B, you can play a guy just playing Ivy sort of angle, playing passive, maybe have a guy playing connector. And then basically, like, if you do end up pushing A on that round that you do choose to play to A, you just play the retake on A. So say you have 3 guys B, no one's died or anything like that. You maybe have a guy that comes connector, boosts the guy here, gets the guy up. So basically you have double peek from connector, so you time your flashes for your teammates coming out. You'll have, if this guy's still alive here, you can have a guy possibly coming from this angle here, and you can have a guy pushing from this angle, retaking. Not really done much pop flashes with that, but it's just simple flashes, just popping, getting your teammates out. So make sure you always play stuff like this out. But yeah, and then obviously if you do have one guy, you can possibly go for a flank down pop dog, but you just gotta watch for people being at the bottom of pop dog. Probably a usable pop flash, if I can remember how to do it, is you can go into this corner here, aim up there, backhand it, and that'll let you go down pop dog and clear it out, you know what I mean, when you're doing a retake. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. There's nothing extravagant that you can really do on train. The only other thing I can possibly think of is if you have an AWP, you can pop flash someone in, peek up there, hold that angle, as long as no one's there. That sort of early round sort of stuff. If you do want to maybe go for an early round sort of push towards main, you just smoke it off, get the smoke down, have an AWPer that's still watching this angle to make sure one's come out, and then this means the guy can come up here, and obviously you keep the guy in pop dog, because if you are up on this train here, you are spotted easily from pop dog, as I've learned quite a few times like an idiot. But that means you can be close up main, and then that means you can AWPer, can maybe fall back or something, and then watch Ivy, and it just sort of changes setup a little bit. But that's the sort of stuff that you need to be doing mainly. There's nothing too major. If you are in pop dog and you get pushed, just easy simple Molotov, it'll just fucking keep people back, and you can just play from E-box. So the guy in pop dog can sort of play from here to here at the same time. So obviously you watch pop dog angle. Say if you're holding this angle here, you can actually spot a guy that maybe comes, and you can, as long as you've got main control, someone's watching it, you can have an angle here, and it's an easy kill from when they come out, because they're not going to expecting you to be playing like a really off angle like that. Even people in A main, they don't expect an angle like this. Like, if you're here, they don't expect an angle like that. So that's pretty much all I've got to say for this video. There's not really that many smokes or anything to be using. Obviously, you got a couple more pop flashes, just like playing off the top there, peeking sight and shit like that. Obviously B, you've seen the ones on B with a ramp and stuff like that, but there's not that many flashes you can do that will actually help. Obviously there's that one there, little flash lane, but people can spot that quite easily. It's just mainly working as a team on this map as a CT side, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that's everything that I've got to say for this map on CT side and how to actually play it properly. How we play it, it works out quite well. But yeah, thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed. I hope you found this helpful for you guys. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. I think I'm going to do it on maybe something like, obviously I'm going to be doing the T side on this. I'll probably do something, maybe something like Cash, Mirage, Cobblestone, something like that. I'll do another map, CT sides, defaults, shit like that. Might merge the videos together. But thanks for guys, everyone, for watching this video. Hope you found it helpful. And hope it actually improves your gameplay and your teamwork and shit like that. But yeah, thanks for watching the video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Bye.